and welcome to today's Reiki session. Today we're going to be focusing on gratitude for our environment. So our environment can include our physical spaces that we occupy, whether at work or at home, our neighborhood, our communities, and even the planet at large. So today I wanted to share with you what we've got in our crystal grid, changed it up a little bit. So we have a piece of rhyolite here, which is also known as rainforest jasper, and it helps to connect to the environment, connect to the earth, and really bring an increased awareness of our connection with nature and all of the natural world. So that's why that's here today. And then I've got a couple of essential oils to support us through this process. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our essential oil balance, which is grounding. And while I'm applying that to my hands, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to begin to relax, get in a comfortable position, allow the eyes to close, and start deepening the breath. Balance is a lovely combination of florals, very light scent, very helpful for supporting a sense of deep calm and kind of returning to center. Let's do a quick body scan, making note of any areas of tension or discomfort. Sending the breath along with the healing light into those areas as we feel led. Just allowing those spaces to be filled with love and light and receive the healing they require. And when you've completed that process, I'd like to invite you to turn your attention to your physical space. And we're going to do this little exercise without any judgment. We're just making observations right now. So think about your alignment within the physical space you occupy right now. What's the room like that you're in right in this moment? Is it cozy? Is the temperature comfortable? Is it maybe a little bit cluttered? What's the energy like in your space? And then we're going to expand to the larger whole, so the building that you're in, whether it's at work or at home. What's the energy like in that space? Does it feel a little chaotic? Does it feel calm and welcoming? What's the vibe you're getting from your space? Again, no judgment. We're just making observations. Now let's think about our community as a whole. Where we live and work, and we can think about those as separate entities if your community you live in is far away from where you work, or you can think about them as a collective whole, whatever makes the most sense to you. But what's the vibe? What does it feel like? Does it feel like there's a sense of community? Does it feel like there's a sense of connection and caring, mutual concern? Or does it perhaps feel a little bit more heavy, maybe a little bit more divided, maybe a little bit busy or just frazzled and unfocused? We're just making observations. And now turning our attention to the global community. And as we do so, I'm going to place a little peppermint on the back of my neck. And also at the base of the spine. I'm not entirely certain why I've been inspired to work with peppermint today, but peppermint is one of those wonderful oils that can help to release tension and pain. It also helps to open up the airways. So perhaps we need to begin to allow the opportunity to release some pain and allow space for that healing breath to come in and support us in this process. So let's talk for a moment about the global energy. I feel very strongly that there is this sense of awakening that is happening, a sense of greater awareness that's beginning to occur throughout the entire world, and there's also a lot of resistance, a lot of the old ways of doing things that obviously have not served us well because they're not sustainable. The current systems are failing and people are afraid, which is a normal response to something like that. You know, we fear the unknown, right? Especially we fear change because, you know, better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right? But in this moment, we're just going to create space to allow curiosity, to allow for the safe exploration of doing things a little differently, doing things more sustainably, doing things more mindfully, and doing things in a way that best supports and provides care for not only ourselves but our natural world. And now going back to the spaces over which we have direct influence and direct control, the spaces in our homes, the spaces at work. Even if we feel like perhaps we don't have as much control, we're going to go ahead and transmute that energy now. I'm going to put Purify on. Purify is the cleansing blend. So we're going to utilize this today to release any beliefs. This is kind of a bright, happy, fresh scent. We're going to release any beliefs that we have no control. We're going to just release anything that makes us feel dark and heavy within our space. And we're going to invite the opportunity to take divinely inspired action. What I mean by that is, if we feel our space is maybe chaotic or cluttered or just feels heavy and dark, maybe we feel inspired to open up some windows and let the sunshine in. Or maybe we feel inspired to kind of tidy up our space or refresh the space, put in, you know, new furniture or new paint or new whatever. Maybe it's time to release some things that have been cluttering up our space. Maybe old furniture, old things that we don't need. Maybe it's time to release our attachment to those things. They've served us well in the past, but we don't need them anymore. It's okay to outgrow the need for things, and that can include things in our physical environment as well as our beliefs or attachments to beliefs. We can always let those go. That's always well within our control. And even in those instances, especially at work, if you work with a lot of other people, we can create space for you to influence that space by the energy that you bring in. So we're just going to send our beautiful ball of light that we've been breathing in this whole time. We're just going to send that beautiful ball of light into our environment and let it do what light does. Let it brighten the space, make it more warm, make it more inviting. Allow it to highlight any areas that feel dark and heavy, and inspire us to take action to clear those things out and make room for better things. And if it's an emotional heaviness, we'll just create space for the healthy expression and release of those particular emotions. Just creating space. That's what light does. That's what this light can do for you. We're going to expand this beautiful ball of light to encompass our homes and our workspaces, wherever that is, our communities, and the world. Just imagine your beautiful ball of light, just like when we do the love exercise, when we expand from heart center, we're going to expand from our overall aura, that 6-foot bubble of light that surrounds us everywhere we go. We're just going to allow that to expand. filling our room, filling the building we're in, filling the community that building is in, expanding all the way out to the borders of the state, the borders of the country, the borders of the world, with this collective intention that what's no longer needed will be replaced, that all will receive exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. Creating space for the old energy to be processed and moved through and changed into something new, something better. Allowing any heaviness to move away, to be dissolved in this beautiful light. Knowing that as you do so, you always have it within your control to change anything that you need to about your space. You can even change spaces if that suits you, if you're looking for a different employment opportunity, or if you're looking for a new home, new community, whatever. You can absolutely 100% create space for that level of change if you require it. This life is yours to be lived on your own terms. And I'd like to invite and encourage you to allow space for a sense of community with the natural world, as well as a sense of community within your community. Just allowing space for healing for the entire planet, because it's very, very needed, especially now. Because as we allow healing for ourselves, we create space for healing for others. And as others heal, we help ourselves heal as well. That beautiful healing intention has a wonderful ripple effect that impacts everyone around us in ways we wouldn't even realize, and creates opportunity for even more healing. I'd like to invite you to bring your focus back into the present time. Go ahead and bring some movement into the fingers and toes. Stretch if you feel led. Allow the eyes to open as you come back into this space and this time. We're going to go ahead and bring the hands again to heart center. Again, with that beautiful experience of gratitude for the wonderful spaces in which we occupy, and also knowing that we have this amazing ability to influence our spaces in whatever way we feel will best support our well-being. So let's do our 3 slow, deep breaths as we close. Deep inhale in and out. Inhale in, filled with light. And exhale out, releasing any darkness. Last time, inhale and exhale. Very good. Thanks again for taking this time today. I hope that you find it supportive, and may you be well. Namaste.